It is often said that security is everyone's business. Good day, viewers. Welcome to today's episode of our weekend program on security matters. On our program today, we have a distinguished personality who has excelled in his field of study. In no other person but the distinguished Justin Buga, a security expert. You're welcome to our program, sir.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here one more time to keep educating our people and advising on way forward on security issues, we definitely in Nigeria.
Thank you so much, sir. It's an honor to have you. Yes, so today we will be discussing on issues that has to do with security and kidnapping. Firstly, sir, what are the major factors contributing to the increasing rate of kidnapping in Nigeria? And how can they be addressed?
Mm. Very good question there. Thank you. Nigeria, we already know that in the last few years, building up to 2026, 2025, down to 24, 23, and all of that, kidnapping have been a very serious matter. And of late, uh, school adoptions have joined the race in a manner that it hasn't happened before since this advent of kidnapping. But again, contributing factors are so many. One of such is the challenge of economic hardship and unemployment. Unemployment, because if you check most of the people masterminding this kidnapping arising from banditry and be having good access to arms is there are issues that border around economic factor. We might not completely uh, blame that on it, but importantly, we know the negative impact and the contributing factor. One of it, at its epic, is actually economic factors, followed closely by unemployment. And then, secondly, we also look at a proliferation of small arms and banditry we see around the northeast, the north central, the northwest, and these things go on and on and on. And another major part of it is the fact that our borders are also porous, relating to small arms and light weapons and movements here and there. So when a criminal is faced with opportunity, he takes it, even he or she is not willing from the beginning. But having experienced abject poverty without hope on side for economic empowerment, no job, and then finally he could easily get an arm, he will use it to cause the current trending meme we see all over the country right now like this. The way to go about it is we advise that the government and well-meaning Nigeria who are able to set up industries and create massive job employment for the youth, the teeming youth that actually were turning out from various tertiary institutions in Nigeria. Now, these are very important factors. And then should rejig our economic policies as well and make sure that our borders are properly manned and making it very difficult for any person to just have access to arm and all of that. So this control being put in place will go a long way to solve a lot of problems. There are so many other contributing factors, but those two are actually prime and are actually most of the time. And then we also see that we have a lot of forest. We have a lot of forest on occupied space in Nigeria. So these are creating opportunity for a lot of crime relating to kidnapping. And I can tell you this kidnapping, it can be stamped, but we need a more political way to address it. All right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So poverty, proliferation of small arms and light weapons, as well as political will. So, but now, sir, how effective are the Nigerian security agencies how effective are their approach in combating kidnapping, and then what improvements can be made?
Hmm. Well, that's a very serious question here, but we will attempt to address it within the ambit of our understanding on the challenge. Now, I must, to some extent, salute the courage of our policemen, the military, and the DSS, because these three agencies are most of the time in the forefront of rescue. Kidnapping victims, investigating, training them, and all of that. That's why we could see some skirmishes of some kidnapper kingpins have been arrested, and some rescue efforts here and there have been made. But I must say, it's just like taking a cup of salt and pour in the ocean, and you expect a sweetening. All right. So the way this can actually be addressed, such a way that our agency could actually up the game and could do better than what we are currently seeing, is the fact that number one, bottlenecks should be removed. If a marching order is given to security agencies, let's allow the marching order to flow, to actually run, so that they can chase after these miscreants, these hooligans, and track them without any form of resistance or restriction. Number two, there should be good intelligence network and sharing between these three major agencies I mentioned. Because sometimes the information that the police have, the military may not have them. The one the military have, the DSS may not have them. But if, for example, there are good network of intelligence sharing between the agencies, it will go a long way to solve part of this problem. That's one. Number two, we should have come to a point where we will create a center intelligence gathering, where a situation where every intelligence should be sent, there should be a task force kind of. Create a task force that is liaising with the military, the police, and the DSS. Now, every intelligence flow there and actions are being taken. And it could be within the purview and the command of the National Security Advisor or whoever is charged with such responsibility. So to cascade as soon as possible to stem this thing. And then a quick response once there is a crisis, once there is a challenge, there should be a prompt response. For example, certain students or people have been taken and within an hour or two, the information has spilled out to the security agencies. And then with the air components, drones, surveillance, and all of that, we should be able to make sure that we close the gap as soon as possible. And then we have the resources resource gap, which we also need to know is very expensive to carry out a security operation anywhere. So it's important that we begin to look at that. And as a people, as a nation, let's deal with it. All right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So, dear viewers, we'll quickly take a short break and we'll be back. Don't go away. Stay tuned. Yes, viewers, you are welcome back to Everywhere is Good TV, where we entertain, inspire, and inform. With us again is Honorable Justin Uba, and a lot of issues have been raised and have been discussed. Now, sir, we want to ask, what impact does kidnapping have on Nigeria's socio-economic development in terms of businesses, education, and community life?
What a great question. Well, thank you so much. One more time, these things are things that we could see everywhere. The kidnapping syndrome has already had so much negative impact on the socio-economic life of Nigeria. One of which is on business ambit. Places like things like communication have been cut off in some places. We have issues of people not being able to transport agricultural products to the destination where we can actually they will be accessible to people. And with regards to business, there's an economic depletion in the pocket of so many people who are looking and scamming for money everywhere to pay for ransom. It has rendered some family financially bankrupt. All right. Now, in area of agriculture where is was hit, in some part of this country at present, it's difficult to go to farm. You go to farm, you are being abducted. And so it's going to gradually begin to affect our food security. Now, in area of education, in the northeast and in the northwest and some part of north central, some parents are finding it difficult currently to send their children to school because they could be kidnapped, especially those whose schools are in the outskirts of the urban area. And then the children themselves are also now afraid. So we have low and continual lowering of school enrollment in these regions I mentioned, all courtesy of kidnapping and banditry. Don't forget that I earlier mentioned that the presence of banditry gave an impetus to kidnapping. So these are various challenges. And then at community level, man, we have a lot of IDP camps here and there right now. Some communities are empty as a result of either kidnapping or banditry. And so it's affecting even the suburban development as we speak. Any person that have opportunity, he runs to the Abuja city center. He runs to any of the state capital where he will. And while running, is affecting the economic life of the people because the man that ran, that is actually a farmer and has run from his community as a result of this insecurity. When he get to the town, he has no certificate to work. Even if he has, there is no good employment readily made for him. He turned a beggar. And it affects the economic of the family. And gradually, the way the cycle is moving, all those people that run from the villages to the town, the next thing, the young adults like the teenagers and those in their early age 20s, they are beginning to take into crime for the purpose of survival. So the negative impact of kidnapping and banditry in Nigeria is heavy. We might not, it's gradual, it's creeping in gradually. We might not look at it the way it is now, but where it is tending to, if we didn't nip it to the bud, it will create a more security trouble in the nearest future. So I would advise that our government should step up more. Our policy makers should step up more. Our security agencies, we salute your courage. I call it courage because we have lost some policemen. We are losing policemen, we are losing security operatives here and there, the military, who are in the forefront of most of these things, we are losing them. Somebody's husband is gone, somebody's father is gone, somebody's relation, the breadwinner is gone, all because of kidnapping. Look at the late general that was kidnapped, and before we could spell Jack Robinson, he was killed. So these are no longer good at all. Our socio-economic life is being gradually grounded. And we need to wake up and step up to ensure that we go after the hoodlum. We go after the criminal and take them off the way so that we can continue to make progress. No good policy will succeed without a good security framework on ground. And I can tell you categorically, security life is all about security. And until we realize this and work with it, even as good as an economic policy is, it won't fly if there is insecurity. Our agriculture is being gradually grounded. Our economic life is going. trust deficits have increased in the part of governance. So we need to step up. We need to step up. And I believe we can. I tell you, we can if we have the political will. Thank you. And I believe that maybe a little justice may have been done to it. Some of that time we cannot finish the discussion at once.
Thank you so much, sir. Security is life. Thank you so much, Mr. Justin Uga. Indeed, the impacts of kidnapping on societal development cannot be overemphasized. It is a good thing to have you in our studio, sir. There are lots of things to discuss. I wish that we would take more, but this is what you can take for now, viewers. We'll have you back in our studios, probably in our next shoot. We'll invite you so we'll talk more. But the viewers out there are asking, how can they reach out to you? How can you be reached? Please, sir.
This day is very simple to reach any person if you have a SIM card. You can see me, you can get me on my YouTube at Justin Uga. Just go to your YouTube tab at Justin Uga. Do well to follow me, do well to subscribe. We'll keep talking security. In my Instagram, same Justin Uga. In my Facebook, same Justin Uga. We believe that the way as we keep talking, it creates not only the awareness, it begins to put responsibility back on the shoulder of those who are charged with it to make sure that we are secure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. There you have it, dear viewers. We have come to the end of this segment of our weekend show. See you again. Keep it updated to us. See you next week. Thank you. Okay, viewers, there you have it. That's the most we can take on this segment of our weekend program. I remain Bankole Peace, your host for this program. Please keep it updated with us. See you next week.